Welcome to Access Hunt. Today we're going to do a little thing called curb cuts, where we find which streets are accessible and not accessible. Curb cuts are an important thing for people with disabilities, or people in wheelchairs, because it allows us to get on the sidewalks. If there's no curb, imagine how scary that can be if you have to go on the street. I'm going to show you the dangers, and let's hope everything stays okay as long as we go past. Come on, follow me.
Okay, we'll see. Get off of it. Doggy right there. Ready?
Go. Alright, this next sidewalk, we're gonna go to real difficult sidewalk. And here we are, basically a school. So you would think that it should be an accessible sidewalk. Now right here we're gonna run into a problem. See, the tree roots are growing up the sidewalks. So what they need to do is lift the slate back up and even some of the dirt up, so the slates can all be even like the other sidewalk. Now my wheelchair, being I'm in a motorized, after kicking some power, you already seen like the uneven path that I have to take now. See, these type of sidewalks are dangerous. Now someone like a quadriplegic who's pushing himself, they find it real difficult to get over this sidewalk. So what other option he has? Maybe the street. And the street is where cars are going through. So I mean, look at this right here. Look at how high this one is up. Maybe if you can come around and come in the front and look at that. Now that's not safe at all. This should be even. But like I said, I'm in a motorized wheelchair. So, I mean, you see what my chair's going through. Imagine someone who has to push themselves has to go through. It's not that easy. All right, it gets much easier here. But now we're going to go to where an importance of a curb cut is needed. Somebody behind me? Everyone can get off that's walking. They're not even thinking about it, you know, but look at the difficulty it is for me. Now you expect me to get off there in a wheelchair and be safe. If I go to this edge, I'll tilt down and I might fall on my face. That's why it's important that the community makes it accessible for everyone. Now, like I said, this is a real busy curb. This is a real busy corner. Right there, right behind us is a bus stop. So what I gotta do to get across the street. Now this isn't a curb cut. This is just a messed up sidewalk. But being that like I have this wheelchair, I can do this. Now look at the next corner. I can't even get up. How am I supposed to get on the sidewalk? I can't. And like I said, just down the block is a bus stop. So this is really a public block. Public place is supposed to be accessible for everyone and for everybody. And I can't even get on the sidewalk to get to the bus stop. So this is what I have to do to get on the sidewalk. Now I got to make sure there's no traffic coming, and then I got to rush. Rush from one now. If it's real like heavy traffic, imagine somebody who's pushing themselves. I'm in a motorized chair, so I basically may be going 3 or 4 miles faster than they may be able to push. Now, I'm thinking how difficult and how unsafe that is. I mean, you can look right down the block. There's the bus stop. So buses is coming down this block. A whole lot of traffic. It's not safe. We need curb cuts on every corner, no matter where it is, especially, if it's a public place. Let's find the rest of the way through. So, you just seen what it was like for me just to go up the block. I had to go 1, 2, 3 blocks from my house. And I had to go through all of this just to get here. Now I'm going back home. I'm gonna show you the path I have to take. It ain't the same route. I still have to go out the street, but I don't get on the sidewalk. I try to take the whole street to a curb cut that's on the side. So now you gotta see how difficult it is without having curb cuts. I gotta make sure traffic looks safe coming up, so now I need to hurry up. Get the sidewalk.
She was like, what is it on? Look. She like, so what is it on? She was like, what is it on? He said, burn this up.
Going back is even harder than it was coming, because now the curbs, rather the sidewalks, the plates are facing me. They're up facing me, so now I have to put a lot of juice into my wheelchair, which burns my battery more, to get up these. Like I said, I'm only 3 blocks from my house. Imagine if I have to go around my whole This one's gonna be a doozy. I don't know what's wrong with my chair. For some reason, the juice ain't kicking in like it. Imagine somebody who got to push themselves up. Motorized chair. Not everyone can get one. Insurance doesn't pay for everyone to have it. And mine is like the last of what insurance will pay for. These are real powerful motorized wheelchairs. A lot of motorized wheelchairs can't even get up the curbs or up these stones and these slates. So, folks, community, we really need sidewalks even, and we need curb cuts. 3 blocks from my house, and this is already an obstacle just to get out of my house and into the community. That's no fun. This is access hunt. Really trying to make things accessible. So we exist. So help us out, community. Make the streets accessible and the sidewalks.